channel on YouTube. Tonight we are going to be talking about the command LDD. LDD. What this command will do is teach you how to determine what executable binaries are having problems and how to figure out what library dependencies are necessary to resolve. Now, I have gone through and deliberately set up a trap to demonstrate how this works. The trap is, in this particular case, we're going to be working with HTTPD, trying to get to start, and then figuring out why it doesn't. So the cool thing is we will just go ahead and run sudo systemctl start, and then HTTPD. We see there's a problem, and it tells us that we need to run the status command and figure out what's going on with more detail. So let's do that. We will change the word start to status, run with a -l for a little bit more detail. And now we see down here, HTTPD has an error while loading shared libraries. That kind of clues us in that there's a library problem. And if you see on the right-hand side, there are little right-pointing arrows. So we can use the key on the keyboard for the right arrow, and we will see more detail. So that's the HTTPD error while loading shared libraries, libapr-1.so.0. This is actually pointing at the issue for us, like explicitly. But let's take a little bit further. Let's run the LDD command, sudo LDD /user/sbin/httpd, and let's figure out what kind of libraries are necessary to get this implementation up and running, and if there's any issues. So we can see there's a Linux vdso.so.1, libpcre.so.1, and you can see what libraries explicitly in the path they're using and what addresses those things are also using. So here is the issue. It's actually telling us right here that this library is not found. Well, that's kind of interesting. So let's figure out if we can do a find command under root and find that binary shared object. It's not the executable, it is what the executable depends on. And we will do a search for libapr-1.so asterisk and see what we can find anywhere. And we find that there was this user lib64 libapr-1.so.0.6.3, which is kind of helpful. And then we see that we have /user/lib64 /libapr-1.so.0 with _WSF. Now, those are my initials. You don't know that, but you do know that this shouldn't end in somebody's initials with underscore. It's going to end in a .0. So we've already found the problem, and we can resolve it by renaming the file back to what it should be. After I remember the move command, move -F, and I will paste the same file name again, and I will remove the _WSF because that's actually what I added to break this binary. And now that we've done that, we can see if we can start Apache again by running sudo systemctl start httpd. And this time, there's no errors. Let's check with a status command and see how it worked out this time. And now we see, hey, active running. No complaints about binaries. No complaints about this Apache HTTPD service running at all. Everything is hunky-dory. So that's essentially how you would do it. You would execute commands with sudo to get escalated privilege, run the LDD command against the name of the executable command, not the one you rely on library-wise, but the one that the libraries support. And this will help you find out if somebody's renamed a file temporarily, accidentally, or maybe a binary is missing, which actually used to happen quite a bit with Apache about 20 years ago. And you can compile in binaries, or you can get the open source code for Apache instead of using an actual package that has been custom built for you It makes your life easy. But here we are done. So thank you for your time.